After teaching hundreds of students in person, I think I have a pretty good idea of what makes a person a really tight knitter. I'm going to offer you a few bits of advice if you really do want to loosen up with your knitting. The first thing I have to say is good posture. When I look at people who are knitting really tightly, they don't look like they're even having fun. Their shoulders are in their ears and they're holding their work like this. And so the first thing I'd like for you to try if you're trying to loosen up on your knitting is just to drop your shoulders and loosen up a little bit. The second thing would be to hold less tension in your hands. A lot of times I'll see people, they're holding the needles in a death grip and the working yarn is so tight. Just loosen up your hands, drop your shoulders, good posture, relax, enjoy yourself. That would be my first bit of advice. My second bit of advice would be to use metal needles. If you are a tight knitter and you're always going to be a bit of a tight knitter, even if you try loosening up, metal needles will be your friend in the way that they're so slick. We're not talking about the aluminum needles, but the brass or nickel plated needles like Addi Turbos and the Knit Picks metal needles. They're so slick and so smooth that you'll be able to slide your stitches easily across them, even if your stitches are super tight. Now, this thing I'm going to show you now is what I see. Most tight knitters have this one little action they do on the stitch that ends up making their stitches, the work they knit, practically waterproof. Let me show you. Okay, I have this tiny bit of knitting here, just enough to demonstrate what I'm saying. Now a normal knitter, in this case a normal right-handed knitter like me, will knit like this. Okay, a tight knitter will put the needle in, wrap it, and then give an extra tug right here when they pull it through, or they'll do it like this. They'll wrap it, pull it through, and tug. And they do it so quickly that you hardly even see them do it. But if you really made them stop and look at what they're doing, they'll wrap it, pull it through, tug. It can be the slightest movement, but gosh, I'm looking at the stitches I'm making right now, and they're really tight and unpleasant. Anyway, don't tug, just wrap and pull it through. What happens with knitting is there's no need to tug because you put your needle in on the next stitch and wrap it, and when you wrap it and pull it through on the next stitch, that tightens up the stitch before. So just watch your hand movements and make sure you're not giving it the tug. The last thing I want to say is if you're a tight knitter and you're enjoying knitting, go with it. If you're knitting a pattern and to get gauge, you end up needing to go up 1 or 2 needle sizes, it really isn't that strange. I'm not a tight knitter and I oftentimes need to go up needle sizes to get the right gauge. So if you're knitting and it doesn't hurt your hands and you feel relaxed and you need to go up needle sizes, just go with it. You're okay. There's no reason to loosen up. Anyway, if you do want to loosen up, follow these pointers and that should help.